So as I take my walk, I'm so excited I got to do the whole thing today because I feel so much better. And sorry, I have to stop and pick up this teeny tiny feather. So the thing that's on my mind this morning is the idea of opening our doors. There's techniques in alchemical Chinese medicine that really you're consciously opening your doors. And when I've done this with people, they've said to me, well, isn't it dangerous, like, to have your doors open? Anything could come in. And that's kind of the point, is that most of us walk around with our doors shut, barred, locked. And then we wonder why the good that we seek or the healing that we seek doesn't come. And part of what is a challenge there is that when you have health challenges, a diagnosis can sometimes serve as a door closer, because you go research it and you discover that it is these challenges and these challenges and these outcomes. And then, in essence, we close the door and we're looking at the inside of the door with all these lists of outcomes, and we expect to only see that. When I was studying Chinese medicine, one of the things I loved about it is that the diagnoses were always so changeable. You know, it's like, oh, there's some blood stasis or there's some qi deficiency. Those are repairable things. Those are things we can take action to meet. But a lot of modern diagnoses, especially with the internet and the glut of information, and then all the people out there talking about their awful experiences, kind of leads us to be like, oh no, I have this experience. And then we close the door because we don't want any more to come in. And then in closing the door, we lock ourselves inside. And it's us inside with the illness and the symptoms and the prognosis. And so I invite you today to look at where you might have closed doors. And have you closed them because you think it's safer? Because what if it's not safer? What if it's actually so much more confining and damning to have the doors shut? And so could you entertain the idea of taking the vulnerable step of opening your doors?